tell you the truth, I was about 14
years old.
14, yeah. Water skiing, jet skiing, parasailing, sailing the catamarans, sunfish boats, anything for the water, I could do me a Perry down. We were the two youngest guys in our age group to ever in history in Barbados to start working in water sports. I felt like, you know, like he just brushed me off. Like I don't know shit.
All right, so we're gonna check out this boat, my brother's boat. I've never seen this boat before, so this is my first time seeing it. He's working on the boat, and we're gonna see what is happening here. All right. Get ready to go see this boat. And there it is, the Daytona 270. It's a big boat. There's the captain. Captain. Very good, man. It's a pretty big boat.
Just put up this here just now. Oh, two of them.
Just took that out to the boat?
Yeah.
And it cracked.
Yeah. Oh, two.
Then now you gotta replace that.
I didn't buy a replace it. I just ordered two.
Just now? Wow.
See how long it takes for the get
From one thing to the next.
Turn there, boy. Turn.
Roger. What's going on, brother? I see your work never ends. Your work never ends. One thing to the next. It's pretty cold out here. Let me go get a sweater. Go back to the car and get a sweater because it's still chilly, still cold here. Canadian weather is never friendly to people like me. All right, let's go take a look at this Project X.
Mr. Henley.
Yeah, I'm giving you a recognition soon, so that people can see the work you're being done.
When you get this message, give me a call. All right? When you get this message, give me a call.
You got your hands full there, Captain?
Yeah.
Boat needs some detailing.
Winter. All this happens every winter. After this winter, winter coming, snowfall, all that crap that has come up there.
Yo, that's a beer liner over there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, this crap mine is. As we got every year you got power washes now. Power washing to the bring back. Every year you gotta do this thing. This is something you gotta do every year. No, I'm in Barbados, you know how to do this, but you're in Canada. And two big 4.3s. You know what I mean? You take another, it's like from one thing to the next.
I would not want to be working on this boat. For real. Two big engines, you know?
Yeah, man. Yo.
How many seaters?
I hope this was 12 people.
12 people?
Yeah.
Clean it up and...
Yeah, you gotta power wash it down. Every year it's gotta clean it and power wash it. You know what I mean?
This seemed like a lot of work for a short summer.
That's what most people doing. I think the cover. No, I changing the whole cover, changing the whole outlook. You know, winter brutal, man.
I know.
Winter is brutal. I can tell anybody that.
Like, I'm looking at the like the front. If you back here, how do you get to the front?
The front?
Yeah.
You can go through the
You gotta climb over.
The inside, you can go through the inside.
I climb over.
Not climb over, but inside you can go.
Oh, like down there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's part of the cabin thing inside there.
Oh, okay.
Sleep.
So that
six people can sleep in here.
when they get warm, that lift up.
There's a hatch. You just push it up.
I see. Where's the other mechanic, man?
I'm sleeping.
He's sleeping?
Yeah, church this morning. You went to church this morning. Who's this? Tired.
How far is the lake from here, man?
Across the street, we go down over there's the lake, but the public launch is at Promenade.
Like where the smoke slats are?
Yeah, that's the lake behind there. Right behind that is the lake. And then we can't launch it because there's a little high.
So where do you launch?
That's like Promenade. Lake Promenade. That's up.
How far is that?
That's about
How many kilometers?
10 minutes first. Less than 10 minutes first. There or.
What do you think is going to be the end result for this boat? What's your plan for this boat?
This boat going to go in the water. We do some cruises.
Personal use or business use?
Both. More personal.
More personal.
Like a cottage on the water. Yeah. In the summer, you just relax yourself and you're gonna go home. You just go in the water, you sit down there, you cook. You got stove and fridge and everything inside there. You can cook, microwave inside there, all that. You know.
Can you live on this boat?
Me?
Not you, but I mean like, well, you could, but I mean like, anyone.
I'm telling you, so before the engines get trouble, we had it in the water. I used to put it out until the Scarborough Blast. I think one day just started starting this one I'll be working upon now. And he won't budge.
It won't start.
No. But I know see the reason.
What's the reason?
Maybe they had that same little crack in the engine there. Maybe that's the reason. Right? But it start.
Oh yeah, so that's something completely new from everything else.
What was that?
That one crack that you guys just find.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Two cracks.
On both sides.
On both sides of the both engines?
No.
One
One engine both sides.
V6.
One engine. And the smoothest running engine also this one. This one is bar heavy, but this is run smooth.
That one runs the smoothest, the one that find the crack? Oh, so
this one here,
so what does that mean then?
I mean, they're playing tricks probably for a little bit. But I mean, maybe what happened is maybe the crack was small, right? And it wasn't really that bad. But then we had winter this year. This winter was a little harsh. So if low water left inside there, it turned ice. Its ice is broke. It pushed up on the side.
So what are you guys doing right now?
We're just taking off the manifolds that crap.
That's something else completely?
That's we'll be taking off right now. If not, we don't have to do nothing. Just check, you have to start the motor, check out start the motor, and just do everything. But see, I'm telling you the task. So every year when you go, before you put in inside the water, you're supposed to just check all these things to make sure everything's working.
And this is part of the check. Every year.
Every year.
How many months we have for winter?
8 months. But 8 months of winter. I did only like 3.5 months of summer.
3.5 months to run this on the water.
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
It do worth it if you really into it. You do like it. It do worth it because for that 3.5 months, there's some out there will be so much things you could do. You could go all the way to Niagara Falls, right? You fill the 2 tanks, which is about almost $500. Fill the 2 tanks, right? You got Niagara. You can go right up to Niagara Falls, right up. You can even got your passport. You can go right over to Syracuse, right?
So the 8 months of the year is like foreplay.
Yeah.
The 3 months of summer is like the real deal.
The real deal.
Oh man.
I would really like to send it to Barbados, actually.
But I mean, Barbados with salt water and stuff like that, that's a whole nother thing altogether.
You just gotta change two or three parts outside here to adapt to salt water.
I see there's a lot of people who are getting into boats in Barbados, but for like pleasure.
For pleasure.
You know, they love to hang out and cruise and do all that stuff.
Yeah, you know, like sometimes when down in Barbados and I see men out there. I just remember my days out there. So especially when me and Perry Dog talking, we cracking jokes and things with days out there. I sit down and say, boy, this is party. You sit down because if you got a boat down in Barbados, you can just sit down there and just relax yourself and anchor off and just you never gotta go home. You know what I mean? Go shore, get some drinks and food and then come back out and relax yourself again on the water. You're looking for a little fishing or something.
And that's the sweet part too about having a boat in Barbados, the fishing. You can actually catch some fish.
And you got a stove and you got a fridge there. You can catch the fish, clean it outside there, when you back there, season it up, and you put it straight on the stove, on the frying pan, or you could. But I got the grill, I got the barbecue grill. But it's stuck at the back there. You can do barbecue.
I like the Barbados thing better.
Me too.
I like seeing this in Barbados better than Canada. I'd rather have it for 12 months on the water than 3 months. 3 months on the water.
You know what I mean? When you wait for me, let me know. Or you got that handle.
This boat right here, I guess this is not happening no more. This is parts or something.
It's trash. It's parts. There was another one that was there too.
This bus look like somebody living in it or something.
It's someone that summer thing there. Somebody's got that. Someone.
What are they doing in the summer with that?
There's an RV. They changed this.
Oh.
The gutter inside there. I just looking at the gutter inside there and they put in rooms and all that kind of thing.
Inside here?
Yeah, a lot of
they move it or it stay there?
Move it. A lot of people buy them, fix them up, and use them as Airbnb.
Seriously?
You buy one of them for $3,000, $4,000, and you spend about $3,000 or $4,000, so about $6,000 per it. $3,000 just to you do the siding padding and all that kind of thing, put in the stove and your bathroom and thing. You got RV there.
I like all these ideas. The only thing that scare me is the maintenance.
Maintenance is everything is hard. It's hard.
But the only problem is not really a problem, but the only thing is that maintenance.
In the back down there, they got all RVs down the back, straight down the back there. All
RVs.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's good though.
Even RVing, like we talk about RVs, like having RVs, but is to me again is the short period in summer.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the video now, because this is very important to see what middle-aged men do in the winter when they're completely bored. There's absolutely nothing else to do but make yourself busy in Canada. Right, Roger?
Yeah.
If you don't make yourself busy, you'll be completely bored.
You gotta take off this here, Roger. No. You gotta pull it.
I'm just going right up to the front and see if I can squeeze through here. Get a little bit more up front here with this board.
Look at downstairs.
Oh, there's a downstairs too. Okay. Let me just take a little tour. Captain Shawn. Captain Shawn's boat. Guess when all is done, he will prepare this properly and come through easy. Oh, this is beautiful. It looks a bit raw right now, but ideally, this is pretty cool. This is all the stuff that these guys have here throughout the winter. Working, making themselves busy. Nice little bed where you can lie down and chill as the boat cruises across Lake Ontario, going to wherever they're going. Yeah, I can imagine how cool it would be just be there, chilling out in the boat, in the cabin. There's a sun roof. You can pop that up. On a very hot, sunny day in Toronto, couple drinks, beverages, some snacks. This could be real cool. It feels real cozy. Like, you can't really hear much outside once you get inside here. My head is touching just a little bit here. Yeah, but as you go further down, you go further down in the cabin. And there's a radio set. You can listen to radio. Check out all the stuff from Toronto, the elections, radio, whatever you choose to listen to. What else we got down here? All right, so let's pop open. Gotta not pull that. Don't want to break anything. Have to pay for it. Nice little seat here where you can sit and have lunch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Table seats 4 people. And a little cot, a little bed where you can lie and read. Read out in the lake. Read a book. Chill out. See, my brother already got a little black pepper and bit of stuff here. And it looks like a fridge and a microwave. Alright. Got some stuff in there. Yeah, pretty cool fridge. This the washroom here?
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty cool, man.
Huh?
I think once you lace it up, put some shine on it,
put the polish and all kind of thing. This is go back to normal. No, the winter and the taking off all this dirty shit. That's the problem. Yeah, no, I got the covers for them.
Oh, you got covers for them.
And they got a spray. Just spray up in there. Something 9. Spray 9.
Spray 9.
Yeah, you just
works
spray it left it and white. All I think come up because it's just dirt. Like make it look so, right? Dirt. But I was interested in that boat there, no. I was interested in that boat.
The big one, the big liner.
The big liner. I was interested in that there, boy. By the time I come here, you ask the lady who owned it.
Is it for sale?
Don't know. She said they got up on bid Big13.com or something like that. I ain't wait for the big dog. You know? I would thought you owned it first. It's a really nice boat.
So you would sell this one and buy that one?
Maybe. Or just rent this out for the summer and use that for like personal use. Just a hang out.
See now,
Yeah, brother.
Alright. So now, we get going next time. When you come here, you can get out the plugs easy now, right?
Yeah.
You can take out the plugs now and reset the distributor.
Well, what's the cost of one of them there now?
Boy, one of them is about $350 to $400.
So you got two.
Yeah.
Two exhaust manifolds on a big block.
Engine block. More cruiser, big.
Is this safe? This? No, this where we standing on.
Yeah. It's just like you put the trailer.
When we go out in the lake and you want to take a swim, you come here and hit off.
Or when you want to fish. I won't be diving off in the lake. I'll be more like casting a rod.
The girls used to jump off of here, man. Out there, this would be so deep. But we go out in there, you can see the bottom. Them girls used to jump off and go down out there. So, a piece. About $200 a piece.
For the day?
Most likely, yeah.
Just take them out and now what do you do with them now?
Huh?
Garbage?
No, you see them. Okay, you can seal them, right?
Seal them, but I
You
ain't
can
see.
seal it back. There's a silicone. You gotta grind down here so that it can hold, right? You watch a man on YouTube do one. He said that the silicone don't harden.
But if you seal that and then you put it back in and then you're not sure if it's holding or not, what's the benefits of doing that versus, I guess, cheaper than
Cheaper than buying it. It's only $20.
to seal?
Yeah.
Right, but
$20 you could end up buying a whole engine. An engine costs about almost $4,000 or $5,000 for an engine for marine engine. Right? So I can buy two. I see two online. I order. You guys to get thing and you gotta get back to me. If first come through, if 2 weeks I will get them. And then we just install them, put the installer back, and get ready for your water. Do a water test. Once you come brown, like not cracking thing, do the water test. Put them on, try to get these and start up. Just do the water test. You just change the thermostat on it also. You know what I mean?
We got a second one to change to.
You got another thermostat, you got to change.
how long you had this boat for?
For right after COVID, right before COVID.
I remember.
Actually,
right before.
not before.
Was it 2 years before?
2021.
Oh, so after COVID then?
Well,
when COVID started?
Yeah, 2021. I got this. And this.
You had another boat before this?
Yeah, that was one of me and Wayne that had together.
Oh, okay.
And that was a disaster. We get rid of that here. I got buy this here. Had it in water for a small season. Had it good doing, and then after that, you just start playing the ass. One season, and that was in 2023. Yeah, 2023 they start playing the fool. Last year we put in the water for a couple hours, a couple of minutes. You gotta do a water test. When you make sure everything running, the engine cooling, make sure all the water coming out, so probably all the parts are supposed to come out. That's why we do it right here. We got the container there, the lid, it's got the small lid, and you put that small lid on this here, and let it run for about half hour or something. Then check the gauges, make sure all the gauges working together. You know?
And you was always a boat man.
Yeah.
What age you got your license?
In Barbados?
In Barbados.
Tell you the truth, I was about 14.
14 years old.
Yeah. Me a Perry dog. Me a Perry when you get the one went with the harbor master. No, you get a little, you can't talk with certain people, but the boss man was really good to me. And we get through. And I did water skiing, jet skiing, parasailing, sailing the catamarans, sunfish boats, anything for the water. I could do me a Perry dog. Perry dog was mostly into jet skiing, but I was into everything. You know?
You always mention Perry dog every time you talk about boat in water.
We were the two youngest guys in our age group to ever in history in Barbados to start working in water sports. After that, we just like years after we see these youngsters coming up. I just feel good because me a Perry dog set that trend. You know, we set that trend. You know?
And that was in the 80s, right? Back in the 80s.
Yeah, it was back. we set that. We set that trend. I used to teach water. I used to love teaching water skiing. Yeah, I mean I still do it, but like when I work with a company here in Toronto, and some of these people just come me, hey Shawn, you can teach us water. I said sure, but I can't do it with on my work time. I do it on my personal time, and charge them a small fee, and they go and teach kids how to water ski and do certain water sports. Yeah.
It's funny how life goes, because you started out as a young boy when you started working jet skis and speedboats and all that, right, on the beach, and then you kind of forgot about it for many years living here in Canada.
Yeah, because when I first went looking for a job here in Canada, and it was hard because I saw they had at downtown Toronto, they had a boat. They wanted someone to sail. And when I went, the guy was like, the high seas is different than the lake. And he told me, are you too young to know anything about the lake?
How old were you that time?
I was about 19.
19?
Yeah. About 19.
Was that discouraging or what?
It did, big time.
You felt like they weren't encouraging you to be part of it?
No, I felt like, like he just brushed me off. Like I don't know shit. You know what I mean? And I was like, I mean, the lake is different. I mean, honestly, the lake has got issues, but there's nothing like the high seas. The high seas is one of the most turbulent things they can work with. You got waves 20 feet, 30 feet. I may remember push off a boat in Paradise and went down the coast. And by the time I had my little friend with me, Andrea, I never forget that time. By the time we get to Whole Town, we see waves coming up, no more than about 8 to 10 feet. I said, nah, boy, we're going back home. And coming back home, the waves get real vicious. Andrea wanna go home. He started to cry, but the waves was really big. He was in a small boat. I tell him, Andrea, nah, it happens to you. I never forget that time. And he started to cry. You want to go home? I said, listen, cool yourself. And I called Charlie, that guy near Roscoe, to do the zipper view. I said, Roscoe, I coming back in, but I can't come back down Paradise. I can meet you in Brandon's.
Hang on, because how did you call him? Because there wasn't a cell phone back then.
We had a little. We had a phone.
There was a phone?
We had a phone, yeah. I don't know how we used to get contact with hotels, and hotels would call me until we come. We had a little small phone. It wasn't my phone. It was the phone. The guy that owned the boat.
Okay.
And Roscoe, I said Roscoe getting back to. I ain't coming. When he was coming up, we actually saw Roscoe picking up the trailer from down Paradise. Because we used to push off in Paradise, and then Roscoe meet me in Brandon's, and the waves was massive. It was massive, man. I said, shit, there is no way we can get sure of the waves tumble here. I can sure I beach down in this boat. I can beach. I come sure, and when it was coming in, our waves are coming in at the same time. But I saw a wave going short, and I fall he straight up on the sand. You tell you, I beach land our boat, and it take me to get on the trailer, maybe an hour, because the engine big, so we had to lift up. That's one thing about it, I can respect the people in Barbados. Everybody come and put a hand on that boat, for you to put that on our trailer. And that we tell the house is about 20 of we, and the men pushing up the front, and man Roscoe pushing the jeep underneath the boat, and we pushing it. At one time I swear the engine gonna break off. But then when it come down, when it come down for top the trailer, our old man said just put the rope through it and let the man with the boat with the jeep go forward a little bit, and that's what we do. We put the rope through the eye at the bottom there, and the Roscoe pull forward slow, and the boat just slide up on the trailer. And what we do is just jerk the back round, and sit up on the trailer. I said from that day, I said boy. For sure. When I got rough seas, not going out there. I always check, and for now, I just check to see if they got these high tide, low tide, rough sea. You know? Well, the jet ski was okay, but a speedboat, you ain't good out there to be in that rough water with a speedboat. Jet skis is fine.
So right now, at this stage in your life, you feel like if boating is something you do because you love it now, because back then, it wasn't feasible. No. It didn't make sense to get involved with a boat.
Not to buy it.
To buy it, and then if you even make money, store it. All that, because people forget about storing. You got like 8 months. You got to store the boat for here in Canada, right? That's a lot. That's a big fee, and then to put it back on the water, you got to make back something, or you.
It's another fee to put it in the water. You know? You got the marina.
How much you pay to put it in the water?
The marina. If you got the marina. Depends on the size. Them charge you the size of the boat. The smaller the boat, the less money. The bigger the boat, the more money. You got some guys that they're paying at least $7,000 for the season.
$7,000 to put your boat in the water?
Yeah.
So then that's for commercial use? That's
commercial use.
Okay.
Right? These is about 28.
Is that like insurance, or that's just to put it in the water?
The water insurance. 90% of boats will be insured. Right? Because you don't really need insurance.
So who gets that money?
The marina.
The marina that you go through?
Yeah, because what you get in the marina is you get water, which is fresh water for you to drink. You get hydro, and some marinas give you Wi-Fi. Right?
Sounds like a landlord.
It is a landlord. It is a landlord.
Oh, a sea lord. A water lord.
But you got some of the marinas is very, very, very nice. Some of them is grumpy. Then you got the other marinas that when you look a certain they don't want you.
Explain that then.
That part there, so it's like how we is here now.
Mm-hmm.
And we decide to go to the marina. So okay, I like this marina, go to the marina. But until you get there, some of them will sit down and judge you before you even enter the marina.
Well, before you ask a question.
That's true too. You even ask a question, because I went to one marina / yacht club, and when I get there, the woman that was there was an older lady, you can see, and
Grumpy.
I don't know if she was. I don't know because I don't want to say she was racist. I don't want to get to that part.
She was probably judgmental.
Yeah, she was judgmental. So she get there, she asked me questions like, you know, I was like, yeah, well, you ask me this kind of question if I can afford it and all that kind of thing. And I said, why you ask me questions like that? She said, oh, it's because we want people, because we don't want to be like going after you for myself. You don't have to go after me for the money, you know. Then she's like asking, you have credit cards? And then I tell she no, because I might lose interest in it already. I tell she no, it's okay, I don't have no credit card. And she said, well, you need a credit card to be a part of this, and you need to do this, and you need to do that, and everything you need to. So I was like, okay, you know, and because I had just come out to Scarborough Bluffs, going through the same crap. I was in Scarborough Bluffs for about 2 years, 2 seasons, or two or three seasons. And the Bluffs is one of the best places I had because we had a lot of guys like our kind.
Do you think that she was just doing her job though? She's giving you all the rules? No, the woman that from the marina.
I could say yes, I could say no. But you know, I was invited there actually.
From somebody else?
An older gentleman saw me at the International Boat Show. And he saw me, he looking at me. And he come over, he tell me, you know about boats. I'm like, yeah. And he said, because you're just detailing, looking at how this design is, and I have never seen no one come in here and looking at designs and looking at the shape and the curves and the cuts. I said, well, there's a lake cut and there's a saltwater cut. Because when you got rough seas, it's a more deeper than a lake. And he said, you know what you're talking about. Then he said, I want to invite you to the yacht club that I am, right? And I said, no problem. And he tell me, when I go there, tell them his name and all of that. And he said, they're mostly like Caucasian people there, and they're boring.
They're boring?
Yeah, like you said, they're boring. They don't have no fun. They just sit there and be grumpy all the time. And you know what I mean? He said, they need blood like yours in here to keep it going, you know?
You need something new, excited, fresh.
You need young blood, you need a different culture of people in it. And I was like, what am I really talking about though? Because you know what I mean, like I didn't expect what he was telling me was true.
But I think because boat culture is probably catered to more richer people. You hear about boating, sailing. You see a certain people with them what do you call it? The shirts that got the turtlenecks and scarves and they out in the ocean.
It's true because when you go to the yacht club, you see men walking with the scarf and men acting like their shit don't stink.
Yeah.
And some of them, the walking was so funny. It's like wow, you know. And when you go there, they know especially, and then they come over and talk to you, hi, how are you? What kind of boat you have? And you tell them, oh, I got a 27-foot or 29-foot power boat. They say, with cabin? I'm like, yeah, with cabin. And they're like, oh. I said, what do you have? And some of them say, I just have a 22-foot.
Just a 22-foot?
22-foot. I said, what kind? They were like, oh.
What size is this one?
27.
27?
Yeah. So
you got a couple inches on him then. You find that the people who are involved in boats, they're always looking at those type of things, like how big the boat is, and
that's always it. And what kind you have, if it's a sailboat, if it's a sailboat or a power boat.
There's like a class situation.
A lot of older gentlemen and a lot of younger guys, they buy these things, and some at the end of the year, they don't want them again.
Well, why is that?
Because it just go back to maintenance. I know in the COVID, when I bought this and thing, there was some other guys that bought boats. And you see when October come, guys said they don't want the boat some more. They just want it for the summer. Summer done, that's it. These guys were going. They left the boat in the slots and go along. So the marina then will go take them out and then own them, take power, turn it over them. You know, sell them for money that doesn't even worth it. You know. Because the first thing they said, they want their money for the dockings, and then they want the money for storage. They want the money for pulling out the water, all that kind of thing. So them add all that into one fee, and they say, well, give me this amount of money. I was at a marina, and I saw one bigger than this year. I think it was a 43-foot. I fall in love with it. I was like, I like that. I love that. Before I had this, you know, and I asked the what's called him now? The guy who ran the marina. I asked him.
Will he be like a marina captain or something?
No, I just called him. They call him. I can't remember right there, but I can't.
Okay, he'll come back.
He'll come back. right? Dock Master.
Oh, the Dock Master.
Yeah, the Dock Master. So that Dock Master, I said, that boat there, how much you guys, have it moved? Man, I say it haven't moved in 15 years.
It's like, it's like Captain John.
Are you serious? But I'd already inquired about boats that sit down for so many years, right? And you know, you look at me and he said, "You don't worry about it. That it's not seaworthy." Right? I said, "How you know that?" He said, "Don't worry about it. Not seaworthy." And duck push me up, like, you know, brush me off. And I said, I care. Against there's 3 Dock Masters. Right? I went to one and he brushed me off. I went to another one and the other one said, it's a nice boat, you know, but you gotta do a lot of work on the inside because maybe raccoons get inside. And when we went and looked, he showed me inside, and it was beautiful. It wasn't even it had no mold and thing because, you know, it's locked up for all them years, but there was no damage. And then I called Shannon. This guy named Shawn. I said, come and check this hull for me because he do severe. And he tap it and he do all things on it. He said, this is a solid boat. No marks, no dents, nothing. And I said, so I went back.
Which boat was it? This one?
No.
Oh.
So one downtown. Bigger than this. This is 27, that was a 43 foot. Right? It was not even on a trailer, it was on blocks. And you haven't moved in 15 years. And I went to you guys and said, honestly, how much you think that will cost? The guys, I don't know. I said, but after you move for 15 years, and you decide, and when I got power attorney of it, how much, and we really want it to go, how much you sell it for? I said, I don't know. So one of the guys around the route was listening to me, which is one of the workers. When the Dock Master left, he come and he said, you should tell him you'll give him $1 for it, right? Because what they're gonna do with that now, they're gonna cut it up, you know. So I don't know why he's hitting and harming about it. They're gonna cut it up, and then
if someone wants to take it off of them, just
tell them to give $1. So when they go to the what is it called?
There's a sale for it.
You just give $1 for it. You know?
So did you get it?
No, I got this. This is mine. I watched that boat get cut up. I was so sad. I was sad. I was really sad. I was like, man, bring these big things and put into the middle.
But you know, after you say that though, I'm thinking that, you know, you never know because you don't always see what's on the inside. Like,
but we always
this boat, you start seeing like those 2 cracks and
the engine.
Yeah.
That was easy. Because those boats don't carry. What would these carry? These here.
They're a different type of engine.
Different type of engine. And it's the engines it carry rudders.
Oh, okay.
And the engine, you know, it was good. But seeing that boat get cut up in like 6 pieces and then put behind a big tractor trailer to go to the dump, it was like, what the heck?
It was heartbreaking.
I mean, it was very heartbreaking. Then what they do, they take the engines out first, the 2 big massive engines. These engines were big as the car. 2 of them, some big engines, you know what I mean, diesel, and they put them aside. To this day, if you go down to the marina that boat was, the 2 engines are still out there in the rain, summer, snow, still there on the ground. They talk about somebody will buy it. I said nobody will buy that 2 engines. That's bullshit. Nobody will buy them 2 engines, man. That'd be a good boat. You could have just get rid of it. I mean, it make, like what the guy was saying makes sense. You get rid of the boat, then you could charge me now,
right,
to keep it there.
Well, it makes more business sense.
It's a business sense.
Unless it really was a problem.
You know what I mean? But when the worker comes to me, they're gonna cut it up anyways. You know. Boarding is a good thing because when you're out in the water and you say no, you're going driving, so you're going east. You see the surf and these little private beaches, and you see how they at the bluffs, how the cliff come down, And if you go more east from the bluffs, that if you're going up to, you pass like Morning Side and all, and back in going to Oshawa, you see the ridges of the land. Man, it's the most beautiful thing you see here.
You think you're going to be able to get up there this summer?
I think Roger and them, and Roger,
Get there this summer.
You're confident?
All comes to Roger, Tony,
We gonna
and
put
Fixie.
them back on when you get the new one.
When they know what's come back on and they're ready to go.
That's
It's all just these.
it. Yeah.
Then we take it to the when everything cool. We like run for like hour, half hour, 45 minutes.
What do you do? Is that something that you put underneath
Yeah,
there?
I got a small lake. I just put it there. Like a big tub like this. I just put it. I lift it, the leg is go up automatically. Put the leg, fill it with water, and just let it run. And then make sure all the holes, everything cooling upon it.
But you said that there's a test you do, so is someone
That's
watching
the
it?
water tip. Yeah.
Someone
Right,
comes here and watch it?
Once you turn it and the idling, you just come down here and watch it.
Is it only you or somebody else, like an official
No, it's not
test
no
person?
official person.
Oh, okay.
That's me. The water test is the same manual you have.
Oh,
to
okay, so it's something that you do by yourself. Okay.
And you make sure everything. But then when you put it in the water now, right? And you start it, now you leave it there. You leave it for about 20 minutes to see if water coming in, if the bellows in leaking, which is these little things here, underneath here. You make sure that them ain't leaking.
Repair board.
You know what I mean? And
I know. That's why the lady was questioning him, because you know that boarding is not a cheap thing to do.
oh, this here you gotta make sure. But once this here leaking, no, you don't know for. Once them been leaking, after leaking, the boat full of water in minutes. Minutes.
Which one?
Any of these things here, the bellows, like this one here, right here, no inside there,
Changed that one last year.
all these here,
Put it in lake. Oh, we see water catching on water.
right?
I can sink the boat.
Yeah, we sink the boat. If it's half hour or 45 minutes, we sink the boat. And we just take them out. I order the part. They come in a couple of days. We just put them back in.
And he told me a man had the same bellows repaired down the bluff. Paid $1,000 an hour or more.
Yeah.
Just to put on the bellows.
Oh.
And
And if you know what you're doing, they're gonna take less than an hour.
This is not a cheap investment.
It's not a cheap sport.
not a cheap sport at
Not
all.
a cheap hobby.
Yeah, well, hobby for sure. If you can make it into a business, that'd be great. You get some people in summer who want to take their families out for a cruise.
Yeah, big this crowd.
I'm pretty sure there's people within the community who might be interested once you get the
there's
boat
people all
going.
the time always ask me. I got a group, a church group now, that asked me the other day if they want to go on a boat if money is ready. I said, how much of them? They said 30. I said my boat can't take 30 people.
Oh, you can
So
do
I call
it in groups.
yeah, I call a friend. He got a big one, right? He got a 52 foot. He just carry like 40 people or something like that. And I called him. I said, listen, I got 30 people and he gave me the price. I give them the price and they said okay to it. So that's June 14th. That if they want to come, I said no.
That sounds good.
Church group. I said, no, it's okay. Because but otherwise.
So there's a good boating community out there too. I guess having one or two people that you can talk with is important as well.
Guys that you can call them and tell them you're going fishing. And
that's another thing too. Like even like fishing, this like in the city in Ontario, even fishing, it's not like Caribbean where you can just fish and eat as much fish as you want.
No.
You could probably eat like 1 or 2 fish. If you eat 3, you might die. You know, too much lead. You know what I mean? So,
but it depends on what size you fish, because you can't eat them big 20-pounders and 30-pounders. You mad? You know what I mean? Them be full of mercury and all kind of things, so them lead and all kind of. But if you get a small salmon, 8 pound, 9-pound salmon or trout, ram, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I got the 2 different kind of trout out there.
But somebody was saying even them salmon that we buy from Costco, the people catch them in Lake Ontario.
It's Lake Ontario.
And it's just that they don't really tell us that.
No, Lake Ontario. Not only that.
It come from over in the sea.
Mm,
We will never tell you that.
no, that salmon don't really go in the sea anyways, because salmon is actually lake fish, a river, right? And I remember I was at the bluffs, and early in the morning, we in the boat line, I was sleeping. And we hear engines braking going out the water. You know, they say salmon run. I said, what? Early, 4 o'clock in the morning, guy came back. It was about 9 o'clock. A fish, 40 pounds.
That was a salmon?
A salmon, 40 pounds.
40 pounds.
I was like, you're not gonna eat that. He said, nah, you're just gonna wait. And I said, we can do it. He said, garbage. I said, wow.
Because it's too big.
Too big. You know what I mean?
Too much
But,
belly.
you know, 40 pounds, 40-pound fish ain't easy. That's a big law fish. You know what I mean? And then it's just like go to waste.
Stick it out.
Yeah, go to waste. And then the raccoons will come and eat it, and they have to put it in the garbage.
That's just for competition, right?
That's just competition.
The money involved is big.
Oh yeah.
I know a couple guys
Over
that
$1 million
actually get
and
involved with that, and the money is good.
I met one guy. He won the derby. He fishing the salmon run. He get it, and he won a heavy duty F-150. With Ford.
That's what he won.
Ford. He won that, and I think it was like $100,000 or something like that.
But that takes a lot of dedication, though. You gotta be out there on the lake and
Yeah, man.
out there.
Who got the most?
You got the
biggest.
the thing for the water too, the camera, all that stuff.
Yeah. And I think that there was another guy from CTV too. He won it. He won that. He won the thing there also. So like this year, I can't wait to get in the water. Get you back in the water, man. I mean, I do a couple of more changes on it. Some of the exterior can be changed. And it's hopefully when it's ready to go in the water, we come back and take more videos, and you know what I mean, and you can see a whole different look of the boat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure once you get in the water, everything is gonna be different. It's gonna look different.
A whole different
feel, different atmosphere, everything.
But the winter is a killer, man.
I know.
The winter, oh God, everything, the elements of the
And it's still cold right now.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's only 15 degrees or 16 degrees.
All right, so I want to revisit this in a month or so and see what happens.
All
right, we look forward to part 2 of this video.
No problem.
All right.
Okay, there's one.